Hey my friends, it's your friend Kevin. Welcome, 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 welcome. Today is Thursday, the 5th of October, 2023, and this is your card of the day. Alright, so if you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am using Kyle Gray's Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck with artwork by Lily Moses. And I have the Emperor with Archangel Uriel from Radley Valentine's Archangel Power Tarot Deck. So my isms today is I am the most blessed human on earth. Thank you, universe, for providing me more than plenty to nourish my life and help others. Everything I create will be blessed. So let's go. Guardians of the four corners, Mother in the earth, Father in the sky, I welcome you to this space and I call on you now. I set the intention that whatever is gained from the lessons learned from this oracle be for the greatest good of all mankind and all who come to listen. So be it, and so shall it be. Let me do one more quick shuffle. Ooh, this card feels like it wants to come and say hey. Don't usually pull from the deck like that. I usually fan them out, but somehow I was drawn to this card. Let's see why. Oh yes, the Medicine Guardian. Look, so this one always automatically reminds me of Archangel Raphael because of the green. Be open to healing information. You know, he's got a caduceus and then he has a goblet, a cup in his hand. So the cup is in the left hand receiving and the caduceus is in the right hand stirring. So this feels as if you have to organize your some of your, well, it says a Medicine Guardian, be open to healthy information, and that is ringing a bell for me. And I'm beginning to feel with this card and the Emperor, this is a day to be discerning with what you're hearing and what you're speaking and what you're knowing. More importantly, in front of all of that is, what are you believing? For everything that we say and that we do, everything that we hear, everything that we experience, to be from that space where it's all blessed, we have to be the blessing. We have to speak the blessing into existence, which is really interesting because I believe that most of the people here are blessed anyway. I mean, they're, you know, all of you that I've met and that I've talked to and chatted with in the comments are wonderful, wonderful people. You've got gorgeous, beautiful, incredible, divine things to say. So it's difficult for me to imagine that anyone is on here without blessed things to say, without good things, good places to come from. But anyway, so the message is to listen. Listen acutely to what is coming in for you, inside you, from your heart chakra, what is being shared with you by other people. And what I'm also saying, if you're the most blessed person on earth, you can ask your higher self, your guardian angels. Now I'm getting ringing in my ear, so I know that my guardians are here giving me this information. Some of you might have been feeling lethargic or tired. I know I have, where I've like, I don't know what it is. I feel like I need to take naps. That's also healing. It can also be, if you believe in this, some downloads to where you, while you're at rest, you're able to get information on those different brain wave levels. So when you're in the chaotic mind, when you're busy, and not paying attention to what's happening, you're missing it. So just be discerning today. Use the Emperor with his stability and efficiency to take charge of what you're hearing, and not just what you're hearing from physical people, what you're hearing internally. What are your spirit guides and your angels instructing you to do? What are they talking with you about? Yesterday I had a conversation with somebody I hadn't spoken to in a while who wasn't really trusting that someone they were connected to romantically back along had passed away, and they could not understand why they were thinking about them recently, and now they know that the image was that they had passed, the information was they had passed into spirit world. And the question to me is, do you believe they were trying to get in touch with me? Well, the answer to that is obviously yes, and get quiet, get peaceful, light a candle, call their name, give thanks that they have made a connection with you, and then in their own good sweet time and the best way they know how to get in touch to bring you these messages. Now, someone like myself that's a medium, the medium being the midpoint between the ethereal, spiritual place and space, the vibration of spirit, the vibration that we all rise to when we ascend. The medium is that place in the middle. My vibration rises up, the spirit's vibration kind of lowers a little bit, and we meet in the middle, and the information comes. The more practice that is, and I'm going to do some courses on how to do that, the more practice we have at it, the clearer the information. But I digress, I need to go on. Healing angels can help us all heal emotionally and spiritually and physically with their energy, particularly Archangel Raphael. And you can call Archangel Raphael this medicine guardian. But they can also direct all of us towards information that will help us return to that feeling of wholeness, that feeling of completeness. Whenever you're listening to information that is counterintuitive to what you believe, what you feel, what your heart is telling you, when you're buying into some of that, it's like a leak. It's like a slow leak in the tire. It starts to let your emotional self, your spiritual self, your loving self, your blessed self begins to go flat, begins to sort of deplete, because it's not going anywhere positive, not going anywhere joyful, not going anywhere upbeat. It's not going anywhere that is going to heal and help. It's just going places where it doesn't need to go. The medicine guardian, with this healing wand, if you will, represents the ability to heal the power of will and solve, bring in your desires. And the chalice is giving you the idea that you can return to that state of wholeness and completeness. Now, this is something that you do on a regular basis. We should be doing it on a regular basis. The emerald color represents the healing rays of Raphael. And so you think of this beautiful, gorgeous emerald green. For me personally, I like to see these as if they were a mist. And inside the mist, you've got these sparkles, these glittery bits that just fly, that come through it. That's how I represent what angels are coming. It's a bit like a glittery mist surrounding me. So if you're being exposed to insights, information of this healing nature, it's going to have a dramatic effect upon you and your life and what you do next. If you're working through something that's emotional or mentally challenging, know that there are spiritual energies supporting the healing. And if you're working through something that is physically challenging, which I spoke to the other day, like if you are working with the upper body, the lower body, pay attention to the information that's coming, to how you feel, and the insights. The other thing I'll say to you, and I'll get back over this camera, in addition to what I was telling you yesterday, since we're on this mode of healing this week, when I talked about the physical feeling being the notations that the body has for the spirit, we're not paying attention to our spiritual selves. We're not taking our spiritual selves seriously enough, or we're a little bit confused about how to do a physical tune-up. The spiritual, I should say a spiritual tune-up. The physical body is going to give you indications as to what part needs to be healed. And if you're not near somebody who is what I consider to be a gifted healer, Many people can have credentials. Many people can take courses. You know intuitively if this person's got the ability to heal or if this person's got the ability to... I don't want to knock anybody because this sounds a bit ratchet. I'm asking how I can say this without getting into trouble. Well, I'm just going to say, all right, I'm just going to say it. There are people that have the ability to slap a certificate on the wall, but that doesn't mean to say that they're a gifted healer. Whoop, did I say that? I said that. You have to use your intuition. You've got to use your gut feeling. And you know instantly if there's a connection. You know instantly if you've got a connection with this person. Now, if you're not near, around someone who does that kind of work, who connects with you in that kind of way, then you yourself have the ability to heal yourself. So listen to your physical body. For example, you know when you've eaten something that perhaps doesn't agree with you, your solar plexus, your power center, is sending you messages that this isn't digesting well and I've got a grumbling belly. Okay. It then goes about eliminating whatever it was that you consumed. So that we know for sure. If it starts in your neck and in your jaw, in the back of your head, there's some thoughts that are getting tangled up and need to be released, released and let go of and relaxed. That's the body's indication that your mind is so full of thoughts it can't get the information it needs to heal you, which is why many of us will try to get rest and relaxation. What I tend to do for those folks, or suggest for those folks, put your feet in warm water. And the warm water from your feet is comforting, nourishing, and your feet are directly connected to the rest of your body. Go talk to a reflexologist. These are the little tiny things that we are now being guided to do ourselves and help others do the same. I'm hoping that this is helping. I'm asking my guides if there's anything else I have to put. No, they said you've got it. I always know when it's right time to wrap up. And the last thing I'll say today before I let you go, just get quietly, find an element, wood or trees, an oak tree, something that's grounding. Water, that's healing. Air, that's refreshing and freedom, like an open space where you can get that oxygen and air in. Anything that's of an elemental to give you something, a sacred space that you can create. And then you can surround yourself in this mist, this bubble, this energy, this vibration that is green. And imagine yourself just sitting there or lying there and picture this green mist, the green energy, the healing energy of Archangel Raphael, and these healing angels and guides to come to you. And imagine them surrounding you in this green energy. And wherever you feel that energy more intense, that's the energy that they're healing and taking care of. And you're doing that by the power of your desire and by the power of your intention. And then see how you feel afterwards. Where we get in trouble is we're looking for this instant gratification thing and this dramatic physical change. It's usually very, very subtle. It isn't usually quite that instant. I'll give you an example. A little while ago, a few months ago, I would wake up in the middle of the night with awful leg cramps. My feet, my ankles, my legs, my thighs, the muscles would just tense up so tight. It was difficult for me to really know what to do. Would wake me up. I'd have to walk around for a bit. So then I would sit or lay on the bed again, lay down, and through all of that tension would put the green light and imagine it being a laser beam. And I would shine that laser beam to the pain. And it was sometimes really, really tough. and watched that laser beam bust through the tightness. And it was surprising how very quickly it would begin to ease up, and it would begin to soften, and it will begin to dissipate. And then it was an indication that the right foot, you walk forward on the right foot, not the back foot. The right foot is where you are taking your journey. If your journey's not going in the right direction, something like that's going to stop you, going to get in your way, going to cause you to say, do I need to be walking in a different path? Should I be taking a different path? I'm hoping I'm making sense. That's just my way of healing myself without reaching for some pills, without going on and on and on about the discomfort, just saying, I've got to take this healing energy. Could I do it for somebody else? Probably, but only if they're open to it, only if they're receptive to it. You can't really heal people randomly like that unless they are in the same modality and they're in the same healing energy as you are. It doesn't make sense. That's why a lot of folks say, well, that didn't work. Well, you're not open to it. Anyway, they're telling me, wrap it up, you're getting in the weeds, and I think I am. Until tomorrow, all of you that have donated, all of you who have subscribed, all of you who've done that work, I am amazingly grateful. I don't know how to thank you, but I will. I'll find a way. I'll pay it forward. Thanks so much. Until tomorrow, lots of love. Bye-bye.